In the early 1900s, cattlemen foresaw that there was a need for a breed that would easily acclimate in adverse conditions, yet not compromise fertility, early puberty, and carcass quality. The reason? Necessity. Cattlemen were concerned with the genetic limitations then found in the beef cattle business. In their search for a breed that could do it all, cattlemen and researchers in Oklahoma and Louisiana began combining Brahman and Angus genetics. After years of research, they determined the optimum blood percentage to be 3/8 Brahman and 5/8 Angus. The Brangus breed was established in 1949, and the journey began. Today's registered Brangus has surpassed the highest expectations of those early cattlemen determined to produce a better beef animal. Studies show that the majority of the nation's largest commercial cow-calf producers use Brangus in their operations. In fact, year after year, half of the 10 largest ranches in the United States use Brangus. In addition, the Brangus breed has become readily recognized on a global basis, expanding into several continents because of the breed's ability to adapt in many of the world's harshest environments. Brangus cattle have documented their ability to perform and return a profit at every level in the food production chain. The Brangus brood cow is a proven, profitable beef factory. Brangus females are hardy, heat-tolerant, reach puberty early, and exhibit tremendous mothering ability. Research has consistently documented their genetic capacity to wean more total pounds per cow throughout their lives compared to other breeds. Research at the U.S. Meat Animal Research Center in Clay Center, Nebraska, proves that by crossbreeding Brangus cattle, a producer can capitalize on 50% more pounds of calf weaned per cow over her lifetime. That's an impressive 30% increase over what crossbreeding British and continental cattle can deliver. Today, more than ever before, producers realize the value of a trouble-free cow herd. Whether in a registered or a commercial setting, Brangus females will consistently breed at 15 months to calve at 2 years of age. Their moderate frame, documented milking ability, and below-average birth weights make them one of the most efficient brood cows. One of the most common criticisms heard in today's commercial sector is the mongrelized look of cow herds. Brangus cattle are more uniform in type and conformation than any other American breed. The obvious benefits to commercial cattlemen are Brangus calves are polled, black or red, and exhibit excellent muscle and structural correctness. As the beef industry continues to move towards premium incentives for uniformity, predictability, and consistency, Brangus genetics are the proven American profit maker.
From a commercial beef production management standpoint, the brood cow herd is the cornerstone to the profitability of a beef enterprise. And the function of the beef cow is really going to be measured threefold. How well does she reproduce? How long will she maintain functionality? And what kind of performance can you expect from the cow in terms of predictable breeding performance? The Brangus cow probably has two major advantages. One, the Bos taurus, Bos indicus genetic base. Research has shown that the Brangus type cow will have exceptional longevity. Most research would indicate that these cows will not decline in productivity until they pass 13 years of age. So longevity is probably one of the really strong suits that should be identified for the Brangus cow. Secondarily, when we cull cattle, we tend to say that we want to cull when they fail to reproduce first, then we cull on functionality. That means how many do we lose due to poor udders, poor adaptation, physical problems that come to play. And based on research that's been established, the Brangus cow has excellent functionality. She's got a good udder, she's got small teats. She's a cow that, while she gives more than adequate amount of milk, she is a cow that's going to maintain her functionality for an extended period of time.
IBBA members are continually identifying new breed-leading genetics through the use of artificial insemination and embryo transfer programs in an effort to propagate the best genetics for the beef industry. Semen and embryos are readily available to producers to incorporate the best germ plasm the Brangus breed has to offer. The Brangus influence in today's beef industry is being seen on every economic front. As producers search for the best breed to complement their present cow herds, Brangus sires are rapidly achieving prominence. As a matter of fact, documented surveys indicate that Brangus bulls are the breed of choice to infuse genetics for adaptability, hardiness, and maternal traits through Bos Indicus genetics. Why? Producers can no longer afford to consider sires in a terminal crossbreeding program that contribute little to the maternal side of the breeding equation. The replacement heifers sired by Brangus bulls are equally as valuable as their steer mates. Because of the high percentage of inherent heterosis, Brangus are perfect replacement heifers, while females with less genetic flexibility are terminated. The built-in aspect of retained heterosis in Brangus cattle is a distinct advantage. Research shows that about 20% of the maternal cow herd performance in a crossbred herd is attributed to heterosis and results in improved reproductive rate, milking ability, additional growth, and vigor of the progeny and cow lifetime productivity. Crossbreeding with Brangus will provide more pounds of weaned calves. Brangus bulls sire calves with feedlot efficiency and outstanding carcass quality, as the breed proves to be the American tenderizer. The industry said, "Prove it." We did. A tenderness study conducted by Texas A&M University documented the ability of Brangus to produce a tender, lean, and high-quality carcass. A total of 230 straight-bred commercial Brangus carcasses representing 32 different sires were sampled for tenderness. An unprecedented 98.7% of the steaks finished in the tender category, with 91% of the steaks qualifying as very tender or extremely tender. In all categories, the Brangus steers met or exceeded industry guidelines recommended for lean, tender, tasty beef. A second Texas A&M University research project further confirmed the ability of Brangus to produce exceptionally high-quality carcasses. 330 steers by 17 Brangus sires and 2 Angus sires, high-accuracy marbling bulls were used in the test. The 19 sires were randomly bred to predominantly Brangus females. The Warner-Bratzler shear force tenderness test was conducted on ribeye samples from each of the carcasses. Texas A&M reported that 97% of the Brangus samples scored tender or better, while 94% of the Angus samples tested tender. 14 of the 17 Brangus sires were more favorable than the Angus average. Almost 60% of the Brangus steers in this comprehensive test graded prime and choice compared to 65% of the Angus steers. However, Brangus outperformed Angus in the yield grade category.
The Texas A&M carcass test confirms the commitment from the International Brangus Breeders Association and its members to prove Brangus can provide realistic and profitable answers to today's industry quality concerns. Brangus is the maternal breed that is the ideal terminal alternative.